This is 15 of my favorite album covers. And I only have about 300 actual records left. So I just picked from them. I got tons of CDs over there, 1,200 plus, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But these are some of my favorite album covers. And probably one reason I saved the record was for the cover, of course. I'm going to start off with the Beatles, of course. Rubber Soul. These are all albums that when I got them, I just stared at them like, wow, love that picture. Just a different little angle. They just changed it enough to make it odd, and it's called Rubber Soul with S-O-U-L. A great title for an album. And then we have the Beatles again with Revolver. And this is like a pen and ink drawing, I take it. And it really has a kind of a pop art kind of look to it. You got some drawings, you got some actual pictures. Revolver, great cover. And we have Cheap Thrills by R. Crumb. He didn't even like this kind of music, but he did a great album cover. Look at that album cover. Could stare at that for hours. Just it's got every title of the song is here with a little picture with it, a little drawing, and it's R. Crumb at his best. Then Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. What a great cover. I like a lot of psychedelic art, Salvador Dali, that kind of stuff. And this was a psychedelic album and a psychedelic cover. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. Great cover. Bless its pointed little head with the Jefferson Airplane. Saw them in 1970, but look at that album cover. That is, I could just look at that and thought, what a great cover. Who thought that up? I mean, it's black and white, kind of a fuzzy kind of a look to it. Bless its pointed little head. Great title for an album, live album. Jefferson Airplane at their best. Then we have Jethro Tull's first album, This Was, and This Was. Look at them. Oh, I could stare at this and thought, boy, I wonder what these guys will look like when they're old. And they already are. They're old in the picture. Then at the back, we got them holding a fish bone. Great cover. Love that cover. Jeez. Jethro Tull's first album. Love the album, too. Then we have, you can't go without this one, I know. It's sort of typical to look, but when it came out, it was like, oh, I love this album cover. And it folded out. I mean, it folded out, too. Then you had this. I mean, it's a great album cover any way you look at it. King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King. Then this reminds me of a Salvador Dali painting, Wow, by Moby Grape. And that's another great cover. When I look at that, I think of Salvador Dali right off the bat. One of my favorite artists for big time. Then we have some more psychedelia with Moody Blues. Could have picked a lot of their albums, but I picked this one because I kind of like the feel to it. It's got kind of a eerie kind of feeling in it. They all folded out too, and they didn't have pictures of the band in those early days. They just had really great artwork on their covers. Not quite the same with a CD, But anyways, this is top notch. Procol Harum's Shine On Brightly. I know the cover was different. I think in England it was just cheesy as hell. But look at this. I mean, that is a great album cover. I put this on my wall for quite a long time because it's like a little piece of art as far as I'm concerned. Shine On Brightly with Procol Harum, Quicksilver. Doesn't really say what the album is about. Happy Trails, although that part does. Roy Rogers, Happy Trails. They end off the album with that, partially live, partially studio. But what a great cover! Still love the cover. Happy Trails to you, Quicksilver Messenger Service. What else are you going to put on an album cover? Of course, a guy riding a horse, waving to his love right there. She's great. Anyways, another great band shot, perfect band shot of the Rolling Stones in their early days. Couldn't get any better than this. This album says it all. They're hard, they're tough. They're the Rolling Stones. Look at that cover. Brian Jones down here. Oh, what a great cover. Love that cover. Whoever did that, I can't remember. The people who did these covers, there's great photographers here, obviously. Then we have whatever, by 10 years after. Another great cover, has a kind of a psychedelia kind of look to it, and it's right up there with the King Crimson cover, I think, for Face. I mean, look at that. It's Alvin Lee, and look at it. Crazy. Then we have Frank Zappa, Freak Out, when I saw this album cover, I said, I got to have that album. It's called Freak Out. I can't, at that time, who was saying Freak Out? Zappa was. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy cover. And Susie Cream Cheese, what's got into you, that kind of thing on the back. Zappa started right off out of the gate. As weird as he could be, a double album. And then one of my favorite albums, Canadian albums, and this is the Poppers, Magic People, and that kind of says it all right there. It's got kind of a Magic People look to it. The guy on the back right here, the guitar player, had a white turtleneck, and I wanted a white turtleneck just like that. And I finally did get one because I thought that looked so cool at the time. But anyways, that's 15 album covers, all great albums to boot. I mean, you can't lose. Great album cover. So long.